let's get straight stuck in. Let's start with you, Swapan Dasgupta. Do you believe that this is a moment that should be for us to pause and reflect as much as celebrate?
No, I think it's a very important day for the history of Britain. But let's just get one thing clear. Rishi Sunak was made Prime Minister because they thought, the Conservative Party thought, he was the most appropriate man to deal with the financial and economic crisis that is affecting Britain. He wasn't elected because he was Asian. The fact that he was Asian, the fact that he was of Indian origin didn't matter. It was his competence that mattered. And I think that's very important that today that Britain has been able to, in its own way, create a reasonably meritocratic society whereby the color of your skin has become not primary. I mean, I still believe that there is some prejudice which exists in Britain, but that's inevitable. It's witnessed the most fundamental demographic transformation since 1950, which has never been seen in its history. So to some extent, some residual prejudice is bound to happen. But Sunak, to my mind, I think what's very good about the system, what's very good and enlightened about the Conservative Party is that it chose what it considered the right person at this time to meet with a crisis. Just like, it was an unusual choice, but it was done with a particular purpose in mind, and it was not done because he was Asian, because he was Indian in origin. And neither was it done because he went to the right public schools, or he went to Winchester and Oxford, or had a stint in Goldman Sachs. It was done because he was just the appropriate person.
Okay,
and
so you're saying
it's a tribute to Rishi Sunak that he was an outsider in politics, and he came in from the outside and made his way right to the top. That's how I see it.
So you're seeing it pure meritocracy. Are you seeing it the same way, Lord Meghnad Desai, a triumph of meritocracy? In this country, there are politicians raising the question whether, for example, in India, would a Muslim become the Prime Minister even if he or she was meritocratic? The ruling party doesn't have a single Muslim in Parliament. Is that the way we should see it, that Britain today is actually pushing for diversity versus India, or that Britain is pushing for meritocracy versus India?
Are you asking me?
Yes, Lord Desai.
Yeah, because I can't see you, so I've got a problem here. Yeah, and the thing is that Rishi Sunak has been selected because the Conservative Party is in a very big trouble. Like any other MP, he's perfectly qualified, and I think you have to say that UK has become a much more a multiracial, much more tolerant society than it used to be 50 years ago. But what is more important is that David Cameron in 2015 decided that he had to go after talented, aspiring people of other races. And that policy of the Conservative Party deliberately started to look for election candidates has now paid off. Neither the Labour Party nor the Liberal Democrats have had that kind of policy, because the left tends to patronize the weak and the people of other races. It is the right wing which has suddenly realized that we are all alike. It depends upon the class, and anybody in the middle class is qualified to be Prime Minister, and that, I think, is the secret of Rishi Sunak.